Есть отрыв шоу-блока. Есть ответили, есть замок. Есть мачта 20. Есть отрыв холодный пневмоколодок блока.
And there you have retraction of the first umbilical, second one coming up at T-minus 12 seconds before liftoff.
Пуск.
Engine start commanded.
Зажигание.
Ignition.
Предварительное.
Turbo pumps are coming up to flight speed.
Промежуточное. Главное. Подъем.
And liftoff of the 94th Progress resupply vehicle en route with 2.7 tons of cargo to the International Space Station. Confirmation that all parameters are normal and the flight has begun as expected.
Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме.
We have a good roll, yaw, and pitch of the spacecraft. We are standing by for max Q, maximum dynamic pressure on the spacecraft.
Давление в камерах двигателей в норме.
And coming up 1 minute and 58 seconds after launch will be first stage shutdown and separation. Those strap-on solid rocket boosters will fall away. Continuing to get good calls for the spacecraft that everything is normal. Now 70 seconds into the launch, again coming up, we are standing by for first stage shutdown and separation.
Двигатели первой и второй ступеней работают нормально. 100. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 110. Тангаж, рысканье, вращение в норме. 120.
And we have confirmation of first stage shutdown and separation. Those strap-on solid rocket boosters visible as they fall away from the Soyuz rocket. The spacecraft traveling about 4,500 miles per hour. Next major milestone comes up in about 3 minutes and 3 seconds after launch when the launch shroud is jettisoned. Continuing to get good calls for all phases of this spacecraft. The second stage is powered up and is normal. This view from Launch Pad 31. Liftoff having occurred just 3 minutes ago, 6:59 a.m. Central Time. And this view coming from the Russian Mission Control Center in the town of Koryov outside of Moscow. That was an animation you saw. Confirmation of launch shroud jettison, again coming about 3 minutes and 3 seconds after launch. The spacecraft traveling about 5,200 miles per hour. Continuing to get good calls that the second stage is performing as planned. We have about 1 minute left of second stage powering the flight. And at about 4 minutes and 37 seconds after launch, we will see second stage shutdown and separation. At that time, the third stage will ignite. This view coming from an external camera on the Progress spacecraft as it continues its flight, that second stage, continuing to get good reports. Continuing to get good calls coming from the Russian Mission Control Center. We have had second stage shutdown and separation and third stage ignition. Now over 5 minutes since liftoff.
The vehicle is
Spacecraft being reported as stable and nominal, all things continuing to go as planned. Again, now 5 minutes and 30 seconds since launch this morning, and the spacecraft traveling over 9,300 miles per hour. The next major milestone won't occur until 8 minutes and 45 seconds after launch. At that time, we'll see third stage shutdown, which continues to perform as planned. At third stage shutdown, we will also have spacecraft separation and orbital insertion. Six minutes now since liftoff at 6:59 a.m. Central. Yaw, pitch, and roll of the spacecraft continue to be reported as nominal. Coming up on 7 minutes into the flight of 94 Progress. All continue to be reported as nominal or normal, just as planned for today's launch. Again, third stage continues to power the spacecraft and will continue to do so for another about minute and a half. At that time, the third stage will shut down, and 3 seconds later, we will see spacecraft separation.